see this car back out on track again. The RHP boys he rubs the wall. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the MSC Challenge for 23-24, round number 2, coming at you from the Meremere Drift Park in Waikato. We are underway with qualifying 32. Roe Warner will be first to go. Got a lot of wind down here this morning in the Waikato. It's one of those beautiful days where it's about 15 degrees or lower, so there won't be a lot of talking this morning just because there's a lot of wind coming across the audio. Just going to try and let the drivers get their qualifying scores locked in. Remember, we are going to use you guys as our co-commentators, and we'll try and do those shout outs and let the drivers know that you're right behind them. So if you are a fan of a particular driver, you want to send a message of support, they can see it, they can hear it, and we'll try and get that read out over the live stream. So Roe Warner first to go, followed by Nathan Williams. Roe Warner has changed cars, now in the Series 4 RX-7, was in the R32 last time, and he will be first to face the starter once he is ready. So your judges for the day, as always, are the irreplaceable Tux, Joe from DKM, the First Lady of New Zealand Drifting, and the head grumpy judge is Sky Zhao. The allocations for today, 7.5, 5, 5 and 10, and then 5, 5, 10, 10, and Sky Zhao has 40 points for what he calls commitment and fluidity. So maximum score of 100 for each driver on offer from our 3 judges. So MSC, if you have not seen it before, is a 235 radial competition. As you watch the drone footage, you'll see there are lines painted on the track. That is how the judges determine how close to the pre-required clipping points you are. Roe Warner gets us underway there, hits the first zone. Second zone there, you see the box along the wall, out to the third zone, and it's outer, 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 and then outer is the fourth as well. So driver's just trying to keep a nice flowing run here, trying to keep momentum up. Misses the last box completely, so there will be no points on offer there for Roe Warner for zone 4, but he is underway. So as soon as you leave the line, you do lock in 3 points, and that gets you into battles for the afternoon. Now again, my apologies, there is a lot of wind here this morning, so hopefully it's not coming through too much through the speaker. Messages coming in again. Let's go Bobby John. William Takanui, kia ora my friend. Let's go Albina Drift. Let's go Atlan Norman. Let's go on Sam it is. Oh yeah, Benji down in Levin. How are you my friend? No doubt he'll be making his way up next week to Mad Mike's Summer Bash. Send it Atlan. So a lot of messages coming in for Atlan Norman already. He can see me from where he is down there on the track. Not sure if he can hear me or not. Hey Ray, can you hear me all right there? Yeah, you can. Just not sure if the drivers can. Atlan, a lot of love coming in, my friend. A lot of love coming in for you. Same for you, Trent. Messages coming in as well for you, my friend. This is good to hear. Jared, people behind you as well. Yun, no doubt the girls in motorsport team watching you. Nathan Williams, I saw your big giraffe spotter over there somewhere. Where is he? Jace Brown fought his way out of the hospital ward. Here to support his mate. And that will be a spin and an incomplete there for Nathan Williams, so he will get a 3 for that. Should be Justin Patterson next for the MTF finance team. Boys been really busy during the week. Rhodey sending me some updates. Mentioned it might have been a bit of a drain on the piggy bank, but they're a committed team and they're looking for a big result. Justin has over 600 horsepower in that MTF Cambridge machine, S13. Plenty of herbs on tap, just got to tame it back down. The boys looking for a big result this weekend. Luke Dunlop, Bernadine tuned in as always. Project Dunlop, she loves you. And also the boys, Will and Griff, are tuned in. Okay, and as we see Justin Patterson complete, we have our first scores in. Nathan Williams with a 3 and Roe Warner 54. Nathan Williams 3, Roe Warner 54. Next to go Yun Lu, the unicorn, making her way into competition. This is your second competition round. Practicing during the week, I believe, in a Honda Civic, doing skids on McDonald's trays. Got to do what you got to do, right, Yun? Get in all the practice laps you can. Morning Bodie Motorsport, let's go Lincoln, send it good. Yolanda Marie tuned in, big sis of Luke Dunlop. It's always we need a name for the Dunlop support crew. I need to come up with a clever name for it. You guys have a think about that. What do you guys, because we have the Joyce squad and we have a few others that tune in. I need a good name for the Dunlop crew that are tuned in. Isaac, show the Euro Power. Paula, I don't know if you're right there, because I don't know if Euro Power really is what an LS3 is. But anyway, Isaac, of course, has set the early benchmark with the last round. He is in second at the moment, along with young Corbin. Young Corbin has the lead, Corbin Wilson. So let's see how Yun Lu goes. Yun Lu's got right out of that one and aborted that run, so maybe a mechanical issue there that her team will need to look into, but just didn't seem to be able to maintain a drift there. So I'll just check if we've got a score come through for Justin Patterson 59.5, Justin Patterson 59.5, and I would say Yun Lu will get a 3 for that one. Atlan Norman, the man with a bit of support tuned in this morning. E-bang of the world apparently. Has support on board from Casper Transmissions. Trying to get out to the outside zone there, maximises points. Running right along the ripple strip there, doing a good tidy job as Atlan Norman. Makes it out to zone 4. Nice tidy run there for Atlan. Good luck Corbin from Isabel Higgins. The Lop crew. I don't know if I like the Lop crew. Doesn't quite flow. The Lop crew sounds a bit weird. Have a think about it while you're freezing down there, my friend. Are you right? You're a bit cold down there. It's chilly down there, isn't it? Yeah. You got the lumberjack beard and shirt and everything on, but just lumberjack weather conditions, right? Hello to our media team too. Lots of media out there on the infield taking photos. Few regulars out there. Busy time for you guys, right? You're here this weekend and then next weekend you guys have got Summer Bash and then you'll be back here again. So lots going on at the moment, lots of content being produced. It is way easier for me too when you have your names on the back of your high visors, then I know who you are, but anyway. So Ben Floyd's advised out, confirming that Yun Lu did get a 3. And Atlan Norman locks in a... I'll let I'll let Trent Albina go for his run, and then I'll read you out his score. 60. Trent Albina. Atlan Norman with a 60. Trent Albina. Fair Lady Garage. Trent Albina gets it done, and just repeating there that Atlan Norman has gone to provisional P1 with a 60. So Trent Albina has a Atlan Norman has a 60 so far. Tony Woods, good morning, Tony Woods. Look, I love the fact that you're enjoying the subtitles. Facebook does do some funny things. It doesn't always understand my accent, and it does translate some of the words slightly odd. So if anything doesn't make sense to you, it's probably the way that Facebook has translated that for you. But a love for the Floyd brothers team. Where's my hot and crispy at, boys? You promised me some KFC. I asked for popcorn chicken. You told me it was going to be hot and crispy. We are Team Project Dunlop. Thank you, Yolanda, for clearing that up. So it is just Project Dunlop. Let's go Western from Jake Wilkes. I love the fact that you guys are along for the ride as my co-commentators. Trent Albina's score is going to be... just waiting for one further to come back through. While we are waiting, don't forget that you could be here as well. Sky Zhao does offer drifting lessons down here, care of the Drift Academy International. You'll see some links come up later on the screen as Jared Weymouth in the tech span entry gets set to go for his first run. This is a pretty standard entry. Doesn't have a whole lot of power, but Jared throws it around and he's pretty committed as he attacks the track. This is the car that Jake Fastnage first learned to drift in here many years ago. When I say many, I mean about 3. Jared gets it locked away. Jared is still up for auction, by the way. If anyone wanted a date with Jared, I believe we got to $5 last time. That bid was from Jake, so I don't know if anyone wants to up the bid from $5 for a date, an evening with Jared Weymouth. No promises, of course, no promises. Just an evening of fun and probably talking about drift. Actually, let's be honest, you'll probably be working on Jake's drift car. Trent Albina 53, Trent Albina 53. And Matthew Beard is next to go, one of the RHP soldiers. Always a lot of love for the RHP team online. Let's wait for the lead cheerleader to tune in, they're always there somewhere. Always get our regulars, I love our regulars. At some point Becky will turn up as well, and there'll be a Go Matt Kemp Drift. We'll get something in there from Kelsey probably for Hayden from Drift Direct. I think we get our first look at Kevin Doidong in the next group as well, who is our New Caledonia competitor. Matt Beard, of course, is from Whangarei, now resides down in the Waikato region working for RHP. Morning, Natasha Daly. Good to see you tuned in as always, and right behind the RHP team. No doubt at home with the younger Dailies. It's probably a bit cold here for them, to be honest. Seaton doesn't look cold though. I think the beard keeps him warm. Sam West. Good morning, Sam West. Another of the RHP team. Hopefully you gave Clayton some better advice, because last time he listened to what you said, he ended up in that bank. I'm blaming you for that. I do kid. I'm completely kidding. Nothing to do with Sam at all, unless the bonnet pins aren't done up, and then that's probably Sam West's fault. So that is our first lot of qualifiers out of the way. We run in reverse order, so that was our first 6 locked in. And at the moment the high point is a 60 for Atland Norman. High point is a 60 for Atland Norman. Matthew Beard 44, Jared Weymouth 45, Trent Albina 53. Morning Chanel Hall. Let's go Ben. Now Ben has advised out. Ben is not competing today, Auntie, so you will only get to cheer for Western today. I'm not sure what's wrong with Ben's car, but he's not taking part in qualifying again. It's always good when you're joined by someone who's in a team shoot. Kiske, what are you up to today? Who are you spotting for? Although it should be obvious.
Yeah, I'm wearing the team Lincoln Widdett shirt today, so I'm spotting for him today.
So, because it might be interesting for our viewers, so what sort of information are you relaying back to Link in terms of what does he look for as a driver when you're spotting for him?
Yeah, right, so it's pretty much what the judges want in terms of line, making sure that he understands where he needs to be and what he's doing. All that information helps at the end of the day,
So I think, is this just a scrub for Rody? No, it is Rody doing his first qualifying, so different sort of a start there from Rody Knowles, trying to get some real heat into those rear tyres. Plenty of smoke comes off those rears. Rody Knowles fills up outside zone 2. Is he going to get out to 3? Keeps on the loud pedal, Rody Knowles. Now Rody Knowles is one of those drivers who's really committed to this. Really wants to try and get that FD Japan license, but he has come up short there on zone 4. Okay, so Kiske, you've just watched that run there. So if you were spotting there, obviously, what would you be saying to a driver? Do you have to keep it quite short and quite pointed? Or?
yeah, pretty much straight to the point. I mean, realistically, with Rody, it was on the wall. The kind of correction there was the main point. The rest of it wasn't too bad. So realistically, just giving him that information so he knows what to do for the next run.
All right, thank you, Kiske. You are up here to do a job, so I won't interrupt you too much because you are doing a job for Link, and it's important that you're able to communicate with him, given you're his first line of response back to his pit crew. His pit crew's not bad today, though, really, is it? I heard most expensive pit crew I've ever seen. What does it cost to get Darren Kelly on the tools? Millions. Got to be millions, just as an appearance fee. All right, go Kevin. Some love coming in for you. Go Rowdy up the rodents. Go boys representing TechSpan Motorsports. Matthew Beard 59.5. Matthew Beard 59.5 for RHP. Kevin Dodong representing New Caledonia. You know any French? No, I don't know any French either. I know there's some people tuning in. Kev said he was going to do an introduction later on. So Kevin Dodong just trying to keep it nice and fluid and nice and flowing, trying to fill up all 4 zones. Comes up a little bit short there, dragging it through zone number 4, but he will bank points for each and every one of the zones there. So that won't be too bad for Kevin. It won't quite be where a driver of his experience wants to be, but these runs quite often early on in the day are just about getting a banker, and then the second lap will be the one where they go maximum attack and try and really up those scores. Roan Allison next to go, I think it is it. Roan Allison or Blair Gilman? Might be, yeah, it is. Oh no, sorry, it's Blair Gilman is next to go. Blair Gilman, then Roan Allison. Score has come through for Rody Knowles, 62. Rody Knowles 62 goes to provisional number 1. Rody Knowles provisional number 1 at 62. So we are looking at qualifying group number 2. I was hoping to have a couple of drivers join me, but I've got Kiske here with me at the moment. Taylor James and Darren Kelly are both here. They're going to come up and join me later on as well, but they are here helping Link Widdett out as part of his... It's not a bad crew really, is it? You've got Mad Mike, you've got Darren Kelly, and you've got Taylor James, and you've got Kiske. 4 very well established drifters all right behind you, and setting young Link up really for success there. Blair Gilman, landmark Homes entry, S14, nice candy red coloured paint job. Stays on the gas, doesn't make too many mistakes there along the wall. Pretty hard to get a lot of angle there for most of the cars without slapping the wall. Definitely don't want to do that in qualifying. I think probably one of the tidier runs here coming from Blair Gilman. Just give me a case of how deep through those zones he got. And that will be how the judges will allocate his points. So if you haven't watched MSC before, there are 4 zones. Each of the zones has a scoring criteria for line and for angle. And then the 4th judge has a score of 40 to allocate for commitment and fluidity. Zarian, good luck Bay Corbin. I hope I got that right, Zarian, I think it is. So just taking a look at the replay here of the Blair Gilman run. So the judges just wanting to make sure they get all of their scoring correct. Blair Gilman 49.5, Kevin Dodong 56. Blair Gilman 49.5, Kevin Dodong 56. So again, my apologies, it is early in the morning and there is quite a lot of wind up here, so trying not to do too much talking at the moment because we get quite a lot of interference over the sound system. Roan Allison underway. Very short little BMW. Not sure if it's a 318 or a 316. It's definitely a car that he likes to throw around in battles. He's like a pesky little mosquito really on the door. He just keeps biting you and biting you and biting you. Roan Allison throwing it at that final zone. He probably put on the chase of the last event. He was just all over the door in battles in his chase run, and then he got to his lead run, got to the first corner and just cooked it completely. We asked him afterwards what happened. He just said he went full roan. That was just all it was. It was full roan mode. Just went off-roaning. Just chucked it over the bank and threw it all away when he had a big lead. Morning, Kurt Blackie. Let's go, Clay and Aids. Now, Maud, I'm not even going to try and read that. On est bon, on est la, on est Kayla la. I don't even know what that means. I can barely speak English, so if you're asking me to speak French, that's not going to go very well. Alright, this is Aidan Daly, who is lined up next as we take a look at the replay of... what's your French like, Keske? You're having a look at that. Can you say that?
Oh, bonjour, je m'appelle Keske. Ça va bien.
You just had to do that to make me look bad, eh? This is why we don't let you guys up here. This is why get off my balcony. You're meant to be up here spotting for Link, not speaking French. No, it's good to have people up here. All right, what else have we got here? Yeah, there's a lot of French. Can you read? What's that one there? Joliment? Is it Joliment frère? Yeah, Joliment frère. Yeah, well, let's go with that. Let's try that. I'm learning languages as we watch Aidan Daly, RHP entry number 2. Oh, he's had to make a massive correction there, has Aidan Daly. Judges will have picked up on that, so he will still get to all 4 zones, but definitely be marked down there in terms of fluidity. Since you're up here and you're speaking multiple languages, looks like it's really hard to get down that straight without a bit of steering input. Quite challenging for maybe, is it the lower power cars or just is it the way you come off this corner here?
Yeah, it's definitely the way you come off that first inner clip and then go set yourself up for that outer clip onto the wall, but also it depends on your gearing and how much revs you can actually put out to actually get to that point. So it is a tricky course. People seem to be doing it quite well. Some others struggle a little bit, but it is what it is.
So Lincoln's got all of the revs though, right? So he'll be alright, stretching the legs?
Yep, 100% mate. He'll be top of third, just absolutely loving it.
So that's what he is, top of third. So what's the wheel speed like? What's it reading at that sort of?
So we put a 3.9 diff in it from yesterday, which was a 4.1. So it's got a little bit more, about 10k more than yesterday. So probably in that 100 to 130, 140.
All right, thanks so much, Keske, joining me up here as we get underway with the first run for the current series leader, 15-year-old Corbin Wilson in the ProWare sponsored entry. This is an LS-powered 350Z, previously campaigned by Jordan Lee, now in the hands of the Drift Fox. And this is a kid who knows how to battle. He came to life once we got to the competition section. He looks smooth, he looks flowing already, looks really confident. He's pretty quietly spoken when you talk to him in the pits, but he is just a kid who gets down to it, gets down to business, and he is all about the drift competition once it comes time to put that visor down. So nice tidy run there for Corbin Wilson. Adam Mulder, good morning Adam. If only we knew that a little bit of wind would quieten you down. Well, your wife doesn't like the wind because she chose to wear a skirt today, so that wasn't the best fashion choice, but anyway, if you want to bring down a blanket and 7 coffees for her, that will make her much happier. Kevin, I know you're out there in the middle of the track, my friend. Kev, we've got a lot of French love coming in for you this morning. I'm absolutely butchering trying to speak French. Kesko's better than I am at it, so we'll try and get a few of those messages read out. Again, a lot of love for Corbin Wilson, a lot of love for Aidan Daly, Ryan Murdoch getting some love from the United States. William Takanui, no, my te reo is terrible, Will. What's your te reo like, Kesko? No, that's no... I'll tell you what, Will, you type it, Kesko will read it. Michael Tang, part of the Wu Tang team. Resendong Hotel sponsored Z4. Misses clip 4 completely. Okay, so, oh wow, straight away. So Blair Gilman went to position 1 with a 73.5. Then we had Roan Allison 62.5, Aidan Daly 56.5, and then Corbin Wilson comes out the gate and smashes a 77 to go to P1. So Corbin Wilson provisionally in P1 with a 77. So it looks like we're just going to clear some cars before Link Woodett gets released. Go Kev, go Blair, go Aidan. A lot of love for Aidan coming in on the live stream. Morning Kim Thorley, Drift Mama, tuned in. Morning Dan Purley, tuned in as well, supporting Kevin Dodong. Alright, just listen to this thing. I'll just let you listen to this one. Dear Mr. Spotter, after you finished giving constructive feedback, what happened then?
Oh, I mean, yeah, they look like a lot of fun. You'll have the next one, it'll be fine.
So I think he was alright till then though, right? It looked really flowing, he was giving it plenty of stabs to the throttle there. It's a different delivery of power, right, coming out of the rotary with the big G40 on it. So, but he'll learn from that, take it away, you guys will take some positives out of it. Now, what are you going to do with the video footage? You send it straight to him?
Yeah, so we send it straight to the group chat, so we can analyse it, we can have a look at it, make sure, you know, what we did wrong, what we do right, so.
That was the side of the car that Darren Kelly touched as well that went around, just so you know, just if you're looking for someone to blame. So Michael Michael Tang 65, Michael Tang 65, and Lincoln Woodett with a 3. So Corbin Wilson is provisional 1 at the moment with 77, from Blair Gilman with a 73 in position 2. So at the moment it is Corbin Wilson in P1, and he will have a bye into the 16 at the moment based on there being 31 cars, and Blair Gilman is in position number 2. Morning to hello Guy Maxwell. You got couch FOMO, have you, Dan? You could be here. You could fly up. You could buy a car. There's only 31 drivers at the moment. You could come and compete. Kesko's probably got a car somewhere. You could he'd tune one up for you. Make one of it. He's nodding at me. He's nodding. You make it happen, eh?
Yeah, nah.
Nah. He's walking away now. You're out. Sorry. There's no passport stamp available from the South Island. All right, Tyler Knowles, Waikato engine reconditioners. So that was a lock and run for Tyler Knowles. As we take a look at the replay again, judges again, if you have just joined us, are allocating points based on line, based on angle, and then for style and commitment. The scores are 7.5, 5, 5, and I believe it is 10. And then there is a 5, 5, and a 10, 10. And Skyzal has 40 points to allocate for fluidity, which is effectively how committed and fast and flowing a run is. Alex Purley, is it? I don't know, Guy. I'm only paid to be here to talk about these guys who are actually here. So thanks for your feedback. No, my apologies. I try and get it right, but you know, when you have these joint Facebook accounts, it's very confusing. Maybe if you could change your name just for my benefit so I can get it right. Unless I am wrong, you were also, I believe, Alex, if it is Alex, indeed Alex Purley, you were the first person to ever qualify a Honda motor vehicle in position 1 in a national level drifting competition in New Zealand. So well done, congratulations. As we get a look at Mr. DD himself, Hayden Story. Hayden Story is all about the grassroots drifting, the man behind a lot of the competitors today, runs a workshop, Drift Direct, and the DD Drift Ranch. And I'm going to say hello to Kelsey and Heath watching over there on the wall along with the rest of the DD team. And Hayden has overcooked that, and that will be a 3 for him. Luke Dunlop for president. Luke Dunlop for president. There we go. Team Dunlop is in the house. Project Dunlop. Hello, my friend. I'll see if I can get should I see if I can get Nate, the cameraman, just to pick up you doing the little cute wave out the window there? I'll see if you can. Oh, it's a replay at the moment. We'll try and pick it up as soon as we come back live before we unleash Ryan Murdoch. There we go. Give us a little wave. Oh no, we're still looking at the replay. I'll tell you when to do it. You got a lot of fans tuned in. There's a lot of people cheering for you. There's as many fans as there are colours on your car. Don't laugh too much. You got a job to do. Focus on your driving. I'm distracting you. Hello, Matt Kemp. Hello, Isaac. Mr. Murdoch, hopefully you're all right there, ready to go. Isaac Aldridge, also Drift Direct sponsored, has the Friends Motorsport team behind him as well. He was in second place after round number 1. Isaac Aldridge gets it done nice and tidy as we expect from him. Super consistent driver, always committed, and you heard me say last time, if you tuned in, he's a guy who is a bit of a battle specialist, so he's sort of usually mid-packish when it comes to qualifying, but then comes to life when it comes to putting it on the door. David Thomas, Corbin Wilson is into his speedway as well. Yes, thank you for that, David. I think we saw his I think he had a win last week. Was it 3 from 3 at Gisborne? Is that right, guys? 3 from 3 at Gisborne last week in the mini stock. Yolanda, absolutely. Ryan McCook, how good does that Supra look? Yeah, it's pretty slick with the Cashland Finishes paint job on it. Shout out to Damo. Damo from Damo's Diggers, I'm assuming you're referring to, the most famous set of carbs and red bands at the MSC Challenge. Let's go Ryan Murdoch from Brianna Martin. Luke Dunlop is daddy. Vanga, just tuned in, stuck in traffic at Mercer. Let's go Link Mad Fam. Can you show Luke Dunlop now? Does he look cute now? Now you can give the wave to your fans, mate. There we go. There's the cute little wave. Get him in the shot, Nate. Get him in the shot. Hey, buddy. Team Dunlop tuned in. Hey, you qualified number 1 and passed. How about you do it again, eh? There's a lot of fans watching you. A lot of fans. Ryan Murdoch, the carver barge. 210 horsepower of 1 UZ. Backed, of course, by the one and only NZFC, the New Zealand Fijian cars. Gets it out to number 3 now. Can he reach zone 4? This is where we've seen a lot of drivers come up short. No, he has got out to 4 and he has kept it going. So a lot of drivers have been having problems getting all the way out there. Ryan Murdoch, no challenges there for him. Keeps it going through the whole run and he will lock in a score. So as we take a look at the replay of Ryan Murdoch, the judges just collating their scores here. Can confirm that locking in a 3 was Lincoln Woodett. A 3 also given to Hayden Story. Isaac Aldridge 66.5. And Ryan Murdoch just waiting for his last score. Ryan Murdoch a 60. So Ryan Murdoch a 60. So we must be a bit. We seem like we're a bit out of order here because we didn't see. Now, where is Weston Floyd? Is he somewhere? Are you still? Hopefully, you're still in, my friend, and you're not having mechanicals or anything. Matt Kemp from Matt Kemp Drift. This is about where I get the message from Becky usually. Oh, thank you, Mike Morris, playing along. Yes, of course, it's Damo Stickers. Well, there might be other people called Damo here that you're talking to. I don't know who you're talking to. Go, Luke. Solid run, Ryan Murdoch. Yolanda says, yeah, boy. Let's go, Matt King from Chanel King. And there's Becky. Go, Matt Kemp. Now, is that Shane King in the 180? Is that right? Is that going to be Shane King? No? Oh, it's Matt King. So that's Matt driving, is it? Hi, Matt. Is that Matt? Matt, not Shane? Okay, that's confusing. All right. Oh, that's what that scribble says, Sky, that you've written there. So it's Matt King this week. Okay. I wonder who's the better driver out of Matt and Shane. I guess we're about to find out. King feeds it absolutely everything down the straight. He's definitely attacking this circuit. These King boys don't lack anything in terms of aggression when it comes to going at this track in a fast and furious manner, but he overcooks it there on the final corner, and I would say the judges will probably mark that a 3, but I'll wait for them to confirm it. I think that's what will happen. Hi Lisa, how are you this morning? Go Matt King, Lynn Kemp, go Matt. Alright. What happened then? Now, team, did they give a 3 for that, for the spin, or it was a 3? Yep. And Matt Kemp 64.5, Ryan Murdoch 60. So 64.5 for Matt Kemp. Here is a Project Dunlop. Now that's more angle than we've probably seen anyone crank on that corner, but it kind of unsettled him going down the straight, and it's cost him some momentum there. So it'll be interesting to see how the judges call that one. Now, some of you think that I impact the judges, just for reference. They don't listen to me, they can't hear me. They're all the way at the other end of the podium, and the speakers are located below us with the wind blowing in completely the opposite direction. So they don't see anything in terms of what I'm saying or what I'm suggesting. The judges are completely independent. I have no sway over them whatsoever. But that was a tidy run there for Mr. Dunlop. Hey, since you're there, Lisa, what's the story with Matt driving? Did Shane break the car, or is someone? Maybe if someone could give me the background to that. I'm assuming that obviously after Shane had the incident at the last round, either the boys weren't able to repair it, or was it always the plan maybe to swap cars, swap drivers halfway through the rounds? Be great to get some insight into that. All about telling the drivers' stories. As we take a look at the replay of Luke Dunlop just coming through the section there. More love coming in for the Floyd Brothers racing team. Now, we haven't seen it. Where are you guys? Where's Floyd Brothers? You over there? You can't hear me, right? Can't hear me, unfortunately. Jason Wu, he's the man to watch. Has set the benchmark in qualifying at quite a number of rounds. He is definitely the one to watch. Always aggressive, knows this track really well. Lot of laps on all the layouts. Drift Academy aligned driver, D-Spec Motorsport built car. Gets right out to those cones. So there should be 4 drivers to go after this. Luke Dunlop 72. Luke Dunlop 72, so he is in position 3 at the moment. Luke Dunlop with a 72 goes to position 3, so early leader is still Corbin Wilson at 77, then it is Blair Gilman at 73, and then it is Luke Dunlop at 72. So we are reverse order now. If someone could let me know what's happening with, I think, is Weston still in? Is Weston out? Weston, is he still in? I think he does have until the conclusion of round 2 of qualifying to do 1 run. So he does have until the conclusion of round 2 to do 1 run, but he does not have a score at the moment. So the last 4 to go: Tyler West, Jake Fastidge, Clayton Daly, and Jordan Joyce. Jason Wooder won with an 84. Jason Wooder won with 84. So there is Weston Floyd. So must have had some car issues, along with Curtis Lilly, who's also coming out. So it looks like we'll complete the tree, and then it will be Weston and then Curtis, I think, to run the last 2. Then we'll switch over and go to back to the top end of the tree. Now, if you are a little confused by what's going on, that is Jake Fastidge, of course, out there in a somewhat borrowed car. He gave the other car too much parsnip, and it just caught enough, turned into mash. It's no good. Couldn't bring the other comp car down because it doesn't have a clutch. But that is the background to Jake Fastidge being in the borrowed BMW. Now we're about to see Tyler West. He reckons he's the best West, not Sam West. Tyler West, another who really knows this track, looks really comfortable out there, attacking straight away, lots of smoke, lots of consistent flow. Just got to get to all 4 zones, gets out there and holds it. Did send that cone flying, but I will clarify with the judges shortly if the cones are denoting the edge of the track or whether they are the intended target. So it was a nice fluid run there from Tyler West, very similar to the earlier Jason Wu run. Wayne, welcome Wayne. Let's go Weston. I just got to walk over to the judges and ask the question around the cones. Okay, so just for purposes of clarity, the cones are allowed to be touched. The out of track is basically if the rear wheels transition beyond the marked white line on the track. So that is how they denote a wheel off for a deduction. Morning, Angelo Smith, JJ Motorsport Love. Now Jordan's another who's in a different car. Hi Jordan, how are you, bro? Are we offering trips to the islands today? Yep, we're good. So Chloe, if you're listening in, if Jordan wins, you get a trip to an island of your choice. That'll be the North Island, the South Island, or Stewart Island. Doreen Wilson saying go Corbin Wilson. Natasha Daly, get in there, Clay. No stunt work please today. That's from Mum. Alright, let's see what Jake's got. Borrowed BMW, never driven it before. Trying to get comfortable with it all morning. Looks alright so far. Big old handbrake drag, gives it a clutch kick to get it going, gives it another kick. Now remember in MSC there are only 32 available spots, so effectively all drivers do qualify as long as they drive off the line. So you're effectively seeding yourself in the qualifying runs. Nice job there, Jake. Unfamiliar car. Hey Weston, how are you, my friend? A lot of love coming in for you. Where's my KFC at, bro? You promised me hot and crispy. Is it in the car with you? It's in the car. You're snacking right now, aren't you? Yeah, you're snacking right now. A lot of love coming in for you, my friend. Got a T-dub love as well. Tyler's got his helmet off now. He can hear me. I know he's got his helmet off because I can see the reflection of his head. Don't blind Jordan, bro. He needs to be able to see. Curtis Lilly's got the game face on. So is Clayton Daly. Mum says no stunt work, okay? Natasha says no stunt work. I don't know what that means. Mike Morris says go Jake Fastnage. Connor Mitchell says go Jake Fastnage. Did T-Dub get a score then? Tyler West to position 1, 84.5. Tyler West to 1, 84.5. Jake Fastnage 60. So Tyler West provisional pole at the moment. It's a big old smile, my friend. It's a big old smile. It's pretty cool to see this car back out on track again. The RHP boys he rubs the wall. I'm sure you just got told not to do that, but then I spoke to Seaton earlier and he said just send it. So when Seaton says, you do. Alex says go Jake Fastnage. Thank you, Alex. Go Matt King from Ganga in Queensland. Go Clayton from Gilly Mayer. Let's go JJ Motorsport from Caleb Jordan. It is cold here today. It is cold, it is windy. The judges look unhappy. It's just not pleasant just sitting up here on this tower at the moment. I at least get to keep warm because I can kind of wander around and I'm dressed like an Eskimo. I don't know if Nate can actually show. I can show you what I look like actually. If just between rounds, Nate'll show you what I look like at the moment. I am very Eskimo-like as we take a look at the replay of Clayton Daly getting down RHP style. Percy Radio 84. Let's go. It's 84.5. 84.5. Just so I look like that. So I've got the Kermit hat on. I'm channeling the frog today. That's how cold it is up here. If you want to make someone laugh, show Joe's face at the moment. Joe is made a poor wardrobe choice. She's in a skirt today, and I'm dressed like an Eskimo. But Joe is not happy. She would like some warm coffee and some snacks and some chocolate. That would make her much happier. All right, Curtis Lilly and Jordan Joyce still to go. Sam West cheering for Clay. Veronica Hall cheering for cousin Clay. Jordan Joyce, the Joyce squad no doubt tuned in. Let's see what he's got the first time out. The defending champion behind the wheel of the Street Stock 32. Now they had a unfortunate motor problem with the 14 during the week, so they bought the backup car. It's not a bad weapon though to go battling with here at the Waikato Drift Park. Thanks Debbie, I thought I looked cute too, might delete it later. Nice tidy run there from Mr. JJ himself. Renee cheering for 333 Jordan Joyce. David tuned in saying, let's go Floyd brothers, let's go Western. Alright, let's see if did we get a score locked in there for Clayton. Clayton Daly 74, Clayton Daly 74. So he's in there as well. He's about top 4 at the moment. Nate's up here on the camera platform trying to poke someone in the eye with his nipple at the moment. He's very cold. He's very cold. He's wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and that's it. Claimed he was from the Waikato when he was hardy, but he doesn't look that happy anymore. Alright, what do we got, boys? So we must have Curtis still to go, do we? Yeah. So Curtis Lilly last to go for Friends Motorsport in the S14 Drift Direct sponsorship. Ali Raiden, let's go JJ. Bex Knowles, go Rody. Oh, that's nice and smoky there from Curtis Lilly. Big old drag though, big old drag. But he is keeping this flowing. Curtis Lilly has been very aggressive this morning. Been off track a couple of times, pulls it up. Now, we will need the overhead view. We'll take a look at the replay there just to see if he overshot the back of that fourth box. Morning, Bex Knowles. I understand it was an expensive couple of days in your house, but Rhodey is here and he's very committed to getting that license. Okay, so Jordan Joyce 79.5 now goes to position 3. Jordan Joyce 79.5 goes to 3. Curtis Lilly about to lock in a score. And then we'll see Mr. Floyd. What's the story with Ben's car? Is it broken? Is Ben's car no good? Is that him resting on the wall over there? He's no good? Or out? Too much hot and spicy? No good? Yeah? Sorry, Bex. Apparently you guys know a good finance company though, who can help out if you need it. MTF Cambridge. There you go. How's that for a sponsor plug? Curtis Lilly 71. Curtis Lilly 71. Here comes the FBI. Oh no, straightened up there. But he is going to stay in it. So the judges will, at this point, still be scoring. Coming for a little bit short there on zone 4. What was it? So what was the question there? Caitlin Brown says, where is Tyler West sitting? I feel like it was a loaded question. Caitlin Brown, Tyler West is number 1 at the moment, 84.5. Let's go Western Floyd. Another FBR message. You guys got like a big old family that's just tuned in or something? Or is this just you guys messaging me from the wall over there? Okay, so if we just quickly, I'll just see if the boys can flip the table for me. Oh, I've got to get stuck under Bruce's chair as he goes and resets the cable. Just wait for Western Floyd's score to lock in and then I'll try and give you the top 4 or 5. Oh no, okay, so we are going to do a quick, so there will be a brief break now in qualifying just while the line markings are redone, so don't go away, but go and grab a cup of coffee, cup of tea, maybe grab an energy drink if you're that way inclined, and come back in a couple of minutes. We've just got to do a track remark so that the drivers can see their intended targets. So I'll just see if I can flip this at the moment. Western Floyd 51.5. Oop. Yeah. Okay, so no, it doesn't feed through. So at the moment I think we're going to be, so we've got Tyler West in 1, Jason Wu in 2, Jordan Joyce in 3, and then we go to Corbin Wilson. So that is the top 4 at the moment. So the top 4, Tyler West, Jason Wu, Jordan Joyce, and Corbin Wilson are your top 4 at the moment. And we have 30 cars, I believe. So there will be a bye for qualifiers 1 and 2. So we have just got a brief downtime now while the lines are remarked, particularly on zone 4. And we'll be back with the live broadcast shortly. It's going to probably... Boys, are we going to ads or are we doing some live stream testing just during this? We're going to go to ads now. Don't forget, give the gift of drift. SkyZow needs money for petrol over Christmas.
CRC 556, the toolkit in a can. CRC 556, the toolkit in a can.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the live stream feed here at MSC round number 2 for 23-24. I do have a special guest commentator up here joining me for qualifying until he gets summoned probably by his crew down there. Doesn't have a helmet today, but he's offering his wisdom. Drift royalty in New Zealand, Mr. Taylor James from the Central Drift team. How are you, my friend? You good?
Good.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to hear up here, so we'll sort of do a little bit of talking as the cars maybe get through a run, and maybe you can give me a rundown on what you'd be going through when you're in the car, eh? So, how about we'll wait to we'll let Ro Warner get through this run here, and then I'll get you maybe to talk through what Nathan Williams might be doing in the car. Yeah. By the way, where's your car at, mate?
It's just landed. That's why I'm up here today, picking it up off the boat. So, finally got my car back.
Yeah, because you've been up to a bit, right? We were over in Australia for World Time Attack, and then you had a bit. Where else did you go?
To Melbourne.
Melbourne.
The LZ World Tour. Yeah.
You got to hold the old microphone a bit closer to the mouth, my friend. Seems a bit weird, right? Somebody can turn it into a meme later, but yeah, you got to hold it a little bit closer unless you yell a lot like Steve or I do. Yeah. So what I'll get you to do, Tay, if you don't mind, is I'll get you to actually commentate what Nathan will be doing in the car. So whether it's gas, brake, handbrake, whatever, if you don't mind, just talk us through for our audience what that would look like.
Yeah.
So we're just watching the replay at the moment on the live stream of Ro Warner. Now he did spin out, but that was through the conclusion. So. Out of interest, when you're sitting on the line like this now, what are you going through in your mind? Do you have a run planned out, or
when I'm like about to leave the line like that, I'm so nervous I feel sick. Like I've still never shaken the nerves, but once I take off I feel fine. But it's just, I don't know, in your head going through your clipping points and sort of where you're going to need to be on the track and what you've practiced in practice, and yeah.
So does every driver know the ideal line for them? Is that kind of how it would work? Yeah. All right, so talk us through this, Tay. Just call it as it happens on the track.
Yeah, cool. So I would assume maybe into second gear here. Missed a gear maybe there, but into the outer clip there on the handbrake, back into the throttle, and just try and ride it around the corner and look for clipping points and make the adjustments you need to sort of get to where the clips are. And seems to be doing a good second half of the lap here. Maybe missed a gear off the start or something there, but second half of the lap seemed pretty smooth.
So when that happens, right? So from a driver's perspective, something like that happens. You go off the line and the car doesn't do what you want. What do you do?
It is hard. It buggers up the plan of attack that you had that you wanted to enter. So it puts a lot of things. There's a lot going on, but you just try and select that gear and just give it a big clutch and hope for the best.
Yeah, this is not cold to you, is it? This is just Tokoroa. This is Tokoroa in summer, right?
It was actually not as cold here when I left home this morning, but yeah.
All right. So we were sort of talking about what you're up to. So you've just got the car back. You got a bit of work to do on it before Summer Bash next week. Yeah.
It's taken a lot longer to get home than what we thought. It was meant to be due. It was due back like over a week ago, but it's all back now and Summer Bash next weekend. So luckily, mechanically, the car's pretty good to go. Just a few cosmetic, just tidy the rear end up a bit.
Well, that's because you like smashing into stuff, eh? You're not really a guy who leaves much gap off the walls. Yeah. So let's try this again. So talk me through Justin Patterson's run here. So let's just see if we can get a clean one.
Yeah. So Justin is, I reckon he's quite an aggressive driver. Sweet entry there on the inner clip down the straight, trying to string that out into the corner, and from here it should be a decent amount of throttle and work towards the clips. Adjustment on the handbrake into the box. Smooth run so far, I think.
So would Justin have been wide open throttle the whole way, or will he be feathering?
Yeah, definitely. Like a lot of throttle modulation here. Like the bigger tracks that we drive, you're full up it on the throttle a lot of the time, but for here to get to the clips and sort of make the adjustments to get there, it's a lot of throttle control and I guess handbrake if you need it here and there, but Yeah, there'll be points where I guess you'd be full throttle, but it won't be a lot of the laps.
So there's a replay on the screen now, right? So when you get to sort of here and here, do you just stomp it through here? You just wide open through here?
I would sort of lay on the throttle as much as I could and just try and regulate on and off the left foot, not too much, but just try and hold you out wide, and just look for those clips and make the small adjustments you need to get out to them.
So left foot braking, not too. A little bit, maybe depending on car.
Yeah, I don't know the judging criteria if they're allowed to do it too much, but for us in a lead run, you're allowed dabs, so you're allowed on and off, and I reckon it just holds the car on the wider line, and if you don't want that, then you let it drive itself in to get to an inside clip.
Perfect. So look, if you're out there in live stream land, we've basically got Ask Me Anything with Taylor James within reason. That won't get him in trouble or arrested or anything. So Tay's up here on the live stream. He can see all the comments coming through, and he's going to help us as we go through qualifying. He's here helping out Link with it. That is a very expensive pit crew, by the way. This is Atlan Norman, Casper Transmissions. This must bring back some memories, right? The old A31.
Yeah, for sure. I think actually Atlan and myself have both battled each other when he was in that car, actually. So it's been around a bit, that car.
So with I guess that's a big car, right? A 31 is a big car compared to a 14 or Lynx MX5.
Yeah.
What would you do from a driving point of view in terms of adjusting style? Do you have to transition slower? Or?
A long wheelbase car is a lot more, I feel, predictable. You can obviously set them up to be really good, but a longer car is a lot more predictable. Like Link's little MX5, that thing can be so rapid and snappy to drive. Like if he can drive that, he could honestly, I reckon, drive anything.
Right. Question on the feed: is Sam West your favourite driver?
Yes, of course.
Sam West is your favourite driver. He's a pretty man, isn't he? Sam West. He's a very pretty man.
Yeah.
He's just not very good with bonnet pins or anything, is he?
No.
No, he was. Look, Sam West is tuned in. A shout out to Sam. He was actually one of the drivers who was here last year, and Robbie Nishida said to me, "Look, that guy could go anywhere in the world and
for
drive.
Sure. Yeah,
he is that good behind a wheel. So it's great to have someone like Sam as part of the RHP team, and you can see, I guess, where like even having a big team like RHP being mentored and coming through is pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Trent Albina in the Fair Lady Garage G35.
I would assume this would be one of the, I guess, lower horsepower cars, but you set them up right, they'll have more than enough fun.
Is this where you kind of just you got to attack it, right? There's you got no horsepower really.
Yeah, that's right.
So
just keep up it. Hope for the best.
Because for you'd have what you have anywhere between 850 to 1100 at any given time available to you. Most sort of the top cars do.
But a track like this, it'd be completely useless to have. I don't know what all of these guys car power wise, but I would assume sort of 500 or so horsepower on these tyres. It'd be plenty.
I think So I think the range we've got is 210 is the lowest.
Yeah.
And I think Justin Patterson might be the highest at about either Justin Patterson or Aaron Habib are the highest at about sort of 650ish. Although I don't think I saw Aaron. Is Aaron's car over in the pits? I don't think I saw it. So we might be 3 down today, maybe.
That's right. Yeah.
We might just unless you want to just have a wander over there, Tay, and just give us a couple of scores. So if you start from the bottom, then if you just read out those scores there, just shift our mate over out of the way.
So Roe Warner at the moment is on a 61. Justin Patterson is on a 74. That's a sweet score. Is he? Oh, yeah, he's down the back of the line there. Ben Floyd is on a 60. And Nathan Williams is on a 48.5.
Okay, so making their way through. Jared Weymouth, Tech-Span entry. This is Jake's original sort of practice car. Another car with not a lot of horsepower, but Jared's pretty aggressive behind the wheel there. Tries to get the momentum swung out there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people driving those cars like overseas and that, and for a standard car, they actually seem to get the job done pretty good.
You're a guy who came through sort of in the old missile school, right? You had the practice car.
Yep. Well, I just bought another one just for like muck around here, and now I got an E36 Beamer, so probably similar to that. Like it's plenty of like fun, and it sort of doesn't cost as much as the proper comp car. You guys are doing a bit at the moment, aren't you? Because you're also doing some dirt karting as well. I think you and Mike and Darren and a few others are doing some dirt karting. Yeah, Mike, Darren and I are like doing a little bit of that, and a few of my friends back from Tokoroa as well. So there's actually a race on tomorrow, but yeah, I've been a bit busy to get the cart ready, but if we get home early enough today, we'll see what we can do.
I got to ask you a question. Is there anyone you sort of came up driving with that you'd like to see back behind the wheel again? I just had a sudden thought that I was thinking a guy like Renee Richmond, I reckon, having watched him throw that RX2 around, I'd love to see him back in a comp car.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I did hear a whisper that he's maybe building another comp car. I don't know if he's coming back to competition, but yeah, I think the car's definitely capable of it. So, no, it would be cool to see him back. He's a good friend and a guy that helps me out a lot with my drifting. So, yeah, it would be cool to see him back in the sport.
Right, let's see what else we've got here. So, Trudy says, let's go Wilson. Tim says I look like the Michelin Man, which is slightly hurtful but not untrue. So that's all right, I'll take that one, Tim. Here we go with Matthew Beard. Matthew's out of the Whangarei area, so there's a reasonable amount of talent from up Whangarei way.
Seems to have what I guess the SR by the sounds of that, but the power to grip ratio seems like he's got it unlocked, and it seems to flow pretty good.
Yeah, nice. So S14's a chassis you know really well. Is there, I guess for those who are watching or tuned in or whatever, are there any mods that you can do to a 14 that you think maybe they respond better to than others that give you good bang for buck, or is it once you start you just hit it down the slippery slope?
Like I guess the 13, 14, 15 sort of S chassis is they're all pretty similar in setup and that, but yeah, you run decent lock setups and grip in the back, and yeah, they're all pretty similar.
Yeah, Sean Drury has a valid point. We need Cam Vernon back.
Yeah,
there's a wild man behind the wheel. He'd go all right. And I tell you what, if you've ever seen his wife Becky drive, I reckon she's even more of an animal behind the wheel.
Cool.
So I'd love to see Becky out there, maybe in a pro sport car as well. Natasha Daly says, "Go Mats." Tim says, "Oh, I love you too, Tim." Now that I can recognise you since you were hiding this morning. Actually, I do have a request of you, Tim. If you could bring your... Did you know Tim was a DJ? No. Tim's a DJ, so Tim has these great speakers and stuff, and I'd love for him to have them in the pits at the next round, just so that the sound relays over there if we've got a bit of wind, just so everyone can hear us. Tyler Knowles, Waikato Engine Rebuilders, sponsored S14. Another driver just finding his way in competition. So as a driver, Tay, right, you've gone through that run there. Do you know in your mind you've come up short on that clipping zone there?
For sure. Yeah, like as you switch just before it, you're sort of looking and judging where you're going to be, and yeah, for sure. If you fall short of a clip, you definitely know when you're in the car.
All right. So if you wouldn't mind, if you could just give us a few more scores there, Tay, from our judging board. Go Tyler Knowles from Debbie. Where are we up to there, Tay? How are we looking? I think we've still got Tyler West in position 1. I don't think I've seen anyone run. Like, these are probably more we're in reverse order, right? So these guys are probably finding their way in competitions. So I think anything sort of 75 plus is pretty good in this bracket.
Yeah, on the ones they've got up here on the screen, the highest is Justin Patterson on a 74.5.
So Bex, if you're tuned in, Rhodey Knowles is going to be first to go out of this group. And hello to Bradley if you're tuned in as well. Is it confusing you, Tay? I'll have a look, eh? I'll go and just have a look. Maybe we'll swap sides. Okay, so just as we run through the table, the scores that have come in: Trent Albina, 62.5, Jared Weymouth, 54, Matthew Beard locks in a 68, and Tyler Knowles, 63.5. So Justin Patterson, the big improver for pass number 2 so far, with a 74.5, which puts him well into competition. You know Rhodey a little bit, don't you? You've done a bit of driving with Rhodey.
Also, like, I guess an aggressive driver. He's keeping the RB name strong. That thing sounds pretty good.
Now that didn't sound healthy through there.
He runs anti-lag, so would have been sitting on the anti-lag as he's, I guess, like getting ready to kick it into life, but he seems to be on a pretty smooth run there. He's got out to all the clips so far. Stacked on too much angle there, was running a bit wide, so bailed out, but yeah, it was a good run till then.
If I know Rody, he'll be pissed off now, right? He'll be under the helmet, he'll be ticked off now.
You can hear the car on the limiter.
Wouldn't have appreciated that. So look, if you have just joined us, on the microphone with me is, of course, NZ2, isn't it? NZ2 at the moment. Taylor James, kindly joining us up here. He's here helping out a couple of the crews today. Go Rowdy, you can do it. Maud says go Kev. Tim says he's not a DJ, he's a rock star. All right, so what's your French like? Is your French any good? No?
Not at all.
You don't speak French either? Not a lot of call for it in Tokoroa, probably in the forest?
No, that's right.
Speak it. What about your Tarao? Is your Tarao all gone?
Not really.
Will Takanui was keen for that. So here is Kev from New Caledonia. Now, if I'm right, I think Kev was the New Caledonia champion maybe a couple of years ago. He is here courtesy of Drift Direct, and it's you know as well, Tay, it's pretty hard to go to a different country and try and put together a campaign. So I think Kev and his team should be congratulated just for being here doing this.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely
He's putting on
easy.
a pretty good run here. The car seems like it's got a good power to, I guess, grip ratio, and he seems to be, from what I can see up here, he's gotten out to the clips pretty well.
All right, so nice tidy run there from Kev. Kylie Buckley says, go Link, you've got this. I guarantee Link can't hear a single thing in that car, can he? No,
not at all.
Kesko's back though. Did you know he speaks a bit of French?
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he just. I don't know if he speaks English, but he speaks French and a few other bits and pieces. He speaks in. You guys speak Drifter, right? Because you guys do the hand signal
That's our
thing.
own lingo. Yeah.
That's a whole different language to itself. What do you think of? Is this your first time seeing Corbin Wilson?
Yeah, it is.
He's not bad, is he?
I watched some of the live stream from the first round, and I was real surprised. Talked to a few people, and they said he's done a lot of laps around here, and I guess probably learnt a lot of his driving from here. But I was very surprised. He's driving real well.
He's got a speedway background. Have you had a dabble in a stock car or a saloon or anything yet, or are you?
Yeah, so I first started off in motorsport in mini stocks.
Right. Oh, you're a mini stock kid too.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed that one. I'm surprised I've never heard Steve mention that either. Actually.
Yeah. He probably doesn't know.
Now here is Blair Gilman. Blair Gilman was sitting well inside the top 6 in first qualifying passes, so he's just looking to improve again.
From up here, that looks like a pretty clean run.
So let me ask you a silly question, Tay. Why is it sometimes that you'll see a car and it appears to be travelling at a certain speed and there's a whole lot of tyre smoke, and then other times you can see a car and it just looks like it's travelling really rapidly and there's not as much smoke? Is that gear matching, diffs? Is it the way the drivers...
Depends on people, how they want to drive. I like to drive with a lot of wheel speed, so a lot of wheel speed is a lot of tyre smoke as such, but some people like to gear it so they really pedal the car, slow the wheel down and just really pedal it, which both of them can be fast. Sometimes pedaling it can be quicker, but I've always liked to have heaps of wheel speed. It just suits my driving style. Because
it makes you an absolute pest to chase, that's why. I've seen people try and chase you and I'm going, where's the car behind gone? He's 10 metres back because he can't see, because Tay's just used 1,000 horsepower to bag a set of tyres in 2 laps. If I'm right, you were going through a set of tyres in 2 laps at Taupo, right? That was it?
Not even that. Could do like a lap and a half and they were gone.
Roan Ellison, real tiny little... Have you ever had a drive of one of these? They look like they're quite fun.
I got a sedan, but I just got an E36, the same. So 2.8 litre, and for a full standard car, they're such good fun to drive.
So they're good just for teaching you the base techniques and just honing skills?
Yeah, and like just affordable as well. Like you can get lock setups for them, suspension, they make all of that stuff, and like he's proving it right there, that's NA, just standard power, some lock, roll cage, handbrake, and can be a competitive car. Yeah,
it's sort of always like Roan's pumped in the car. Look at him, he's dancing in the car. He's like, yeah. And I don't know if we'll see that. Hopefully after the replay, maybe Nate might be able to pick that up. But Roan is dancing in the car. He's pumped on that, and he's when you drive, do you know the guys who are sort of the battle specialists who are going to be right on your door? Is that
It's hard in pro, like in pro sport. I guess there's guys that you obviously have driven with for a long time, and they're going to be a good competitor. But in pro, it's honestly anyone's game. Like I feel there's not a lot of people that are better than anyone and any of that. It's honestly, you've got to give it 100% all the time, because anyone can beat you at any time.
Yeah, and I think I think there's certainly there's a level of quality, right? There's probably I'd say there's a half a dozen of you guys that are in with a chance of winning every round. And then there's another half a dozen who on their day are going to be there.
That's right.
And then there's probably another who just the right track, the right time, the setup comes together, and they're also right in the mix. So it's great to see New Zealand drifting in a healthy state at the moment. This is young Aidan Daly, another of the Dailies.
Clayton's a mate of ours. I think this is his younger brother. And those cars all seem to be pretty well set up. I think Darren does a lot of their setup stuff now, and he does a good job, so it definitely makes the cars a lot easier to drive when he's on a pretty good lap there, Aidan.
What I love about Aidan is the first time I talked to him, I said, "Who's the better driver, you or Clayton?" He goes, "Me." Just said me straight away.
Yeah, that's the one.
Then he said to me, "And I got the better moustache." Which is quite true, and then Clayton had to admit that afterwards, that Aidan does have the better facial hair. Natasha, good to see you still tuning in. I love what do you think of this? Have you done this before? This is quite fun, having just the families and friends and stuff tuned in. As a driver, being out there and hearing messages of support's got to be quite reassuring,
cool to see the
quite
comments
positive.
pop up from family members and that. So,
advice for new drivers in competitions. So I think Sam's looking for some advice. So Sam West's question is, how can he knock you off this year?
Oh, he did last year at Hamptons at round 1.
Whole season though. How does he knock? So let's go to start with in battle, and then an overall season. What's your advice?
It does take a long time, but the way the pro class is progressing, it's you've got to have a decent amount of grunt, a decent amount of grip, and just a well set up car. Like I said before, Darren helps us out with that, and car setup is a lot of it. Driver skill is a lot of it, but I think car setup is a bigger chunk again.
Young Corbin Wilson, the current series leader at the moment, the Pro West sponsored LS powered 350Z, and he just looks really smooth, doesn't he? There's nothing
for sure
flashy or silly about it. It's just very
smooth.
consistent.
Yeah, and V8, the car looks like it's got a decent amount of grunt, and it's just easy to drive. Like a V8 like that, the power's just on tap. It's sort of makes the car a lot easier to drive, and you can concentrate a lot more on hitting your clips. Seems like a pretty solid lap there.
Had quite a different approach through here too. Much shallower line, didn't go out to the outside, and it sort of set him up flowing better through here. And then you did the tail rolling burnout out of the section.
Got to do that when you feel like you've done a good run. But I don't know how the judges will judge it. I guess the second to last outer clip, he sort of stacked on a little bit of angle and stalled up, but got straight back on the throttle. So it depends how the judges will look at it, but it looks like a pretty smooth run from up here.
Yeah. So we were talking about setups, and what about putting together? This is probably, what is it? Is it fifth or sixth season for you in pro?
This will be the fifth.
So you've probably learned a little bit about putting together the whole team and the campaign, and having the right spares and stuff as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and like how I said, the cars, you need the grunt, you need the grip, but with that comes a lot of wearable parts like axles and clutches and all of that. So I don't know, just a decent setup from the start, and then you can really concentrate on your driving and sort of getting the skill level up.
What about having the right people around you? Something I've talked to Fanger, to Gaz, to Cole Armstrong and Cole a lot about is the right people, the right spotter, the right lead mechanic, etc., the right crew, and not having too many crew as well.
Yeah. We do have quite a big crew, but everyone's got their job, and they all get it done in the right time.
Michael Tang, a aggressive driver who's honed his craft here. So that's an example there probably of getting out a little bit further than Corbin Wilson did, but then sort of see that it just shoots you to a slightly different approach to that fourth zone there. So you're right, it is going to be a little bit down to how the judges see this.
Yeah, I haven't seen the judging criteria myself, but there's definitely a lot of people taking a lot of different lines approaching that outer zone.
I got to say something that I probably shouldn't say, but I just want to throw the cat amongst the pigeons. I almost hope that Link gets a 3, because I actually want to see Link battle the top guys straight away in the 32 and just see the cat amongst the pigeons. I don't mean that in a mean way. I love seeing top drivers head to head, and Link is another guy who you get to battles and he comes to life, right? You can see that he's had a lot of laps at Drift Force. He's been down there honing his craft, etc.
Yeah.
So there's a part of me that thinks he could come out here and smash a 90. I think there's another part that's like, for a show, I would love to see it. All right, let's see what he does.
Aggressive driver. Mike's definitely, I guess, drummed into him, have the flair and have the show, and he definitely does that. He's had all his clips so far. He's on a pretty solid line here. Right out to the edge of the track. Perfect through that outer zone. Ah, shit.
Am I going to take the blame for that? Am I taking the blame for that, or was that you?
Yeah,
oh, was it Kiske? It was Kiske's fault. I feel like that's sort of a little bit, that's a bit red mist now, right? That's a bit of frustration with yourself. That's what you're kicking in. I'm 100% hand on heart looking forward to Link battling this afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. I was just down talking to Link and Kiske before, and I said, how you feeling? You're good? And he said, yeah, sweet. He said, I just love chasing. So yeah, he's sure going to have to do that from here on in.
So I think this is going to be a good segue though, because this is kind of what Sam's just asked you. So as a emerging driver, how do you reset now? What do you go through in your mind as a driver to go, okay, it hasn't gone according to plan, but I'm in battles.
Yeah.
Do you just have to put it out of your mind,
That's
or do you
right.
have to?
Don't beat yourself up too much, because you start doubting yourself, and I think that does reflect on your driving a bit. But yeah, just go out there with a fresh mindset and just think, well, sweet, I get more battles now. It's more battle practice, and yeah, sort of pushes you to drive harder.
Okay, so I'm just going to go over here and just check some scores again. So I'll just look over the shoulders. So we had Rody Knowles get a 3. Rody Knowles was a 3. Kevin Dodong 66.5. Blair Gilman 81.5. Blair Gilman 81.5. Roan Allison 76.5. Aidan Daly 71. Corbin Wilson improves as well, 79. Michael Tang 75.5, and Lincoln Whitted locks in a 3. So now that's not right. What is that, Tay? Is that an arm or is that a suspension?
It seemed like he come out, sort of warmed it up, and it looks like it's breaking it in a racket or something by the look of that. Both the front wheels were towing out a lot.
So he does have a score in the bank though, so that is a positive for Floyd Brothers. So they don't have to. So he doesn't have to come back and do the next run if he doesn't want to. So he does have a score in the bank. He is going to qualify. That is one of the beauties of MSC, because it's a development series. But he does have some time to fix that car now. So how about that though, Blair Gilman? So that was the run we were talking about, right? Because Blair Gilman was quite fast, but he didn't have a lot of tyre smoke. Yeah, but the judges have obviously seen that quite favourably versus a couple of other drivers.
If he's on his clips and he's doing, I haven't run over the proper judge criteria, but like you say, if you're pedalling the car a lot and you've slowed the wheel speed down a lot, you won't produce as much smoke, but it does make the car a lot easier to sort of pedal to where you want to be. Yeah.
So would you adjust that then? Would you qualify one way, and then would you look for wheel speed in battles just because that smoke does make it harder to chase?
Yeah, you don't want to practice too much of what you're not going to do in battles, but like Taupo for us last year, because I had so much tyre speed and it was using the tyre in the battle, I sort of wish I qualified not good, so I was chasing first to have the grip, and then the lead, it's not as bad.
Right, Hayden's story for Drift Direct. So he's going to miss the first clip there completely and sort of drive through. Is that even going to pull up?
Yeah, just maybe, had to straighten up to get it in a bit, but it seems like it's maybe got a bit much grip in it, and it's just sort of straightening him up a bit.
Is that just the wrong setup? Is it?
Who knows? The track could have changed a bit from what they thought it was before, but it seemed like it had a little bit much grip for what it was putting down.
Talk to me about that. The track changes, so you come out with a setup, and the track is not what you think it's going to be.
Yeah, that's right.
How much adjustment do you have on the fly? Not a lot, or do you just have to adjust your driving style and where you want to attack it?
Yeah, it's hard if say you have a big break or you're waiting a lot of the day. The track changes so much. Actually found that the track starts to get grippier to a certain point, but when it starts cooling off, the track seems to grip up a bit, but it also depends on the track surface as well.
Okay, let's go Drift Jesus. Surely a full send from the Dunlop this time. Go Trent, watching from London. So thank you all for being our co-commentators and joining in and sending the drivers messages of support. If you're wondering who is with me, it is pro driver Taylor James, current 2NZ, joining us and giving us his insights and trying to teach Sam West how to put together a campaign. I do enjoy watching Isaac. Really consistent.
Yeah, for sure.
You kind of know what you're going to get.
It seems like they've found a bit more grunt in that car. For T1 it was a little bit down, but seen him last round here and he did really well and seems to be proving that again on this run.
He's that guy, right? You know that he's going to be right on your door though when it comes to battles. He's going to be right there with you. I think he's actually a guy who probably, might be another season maybe away from pro.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Just a bit more experience probably on the bigger high speed tracks, and he'll be ready to go. There's probably a few of them that'll like that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Matt Kemp will be up next. Your cue there, Vicky. More clutch kicks needed from Hayden. Come on, Psycho Motorsport, send it. Becky usually tunes in here. She's usually shooting from over there, actually. Becky's also the photographer, who's also Matt's fiance, who's also Matt's sponsor. So she wears lots of hats.
Yeah.
Who spots for you? Actually, is it your brother? Is it Matty who does it? Or?
No, Darren's actually been a spotter for
okay.
T1, and he also comes to Time Attack and LZ Fest as well.
Right. So you must have deep pockets as well, being able to afford.
Yeah.
I mean, what's an appearance fee for Darren Kelly these days? Must be pretty expensive.
I hate to think, yeah.
What do you just pay him in gold bars or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. One of the judges has just fallen through the platform, so that's going well. Wasn't Joe, it was Tux. Come on, Psycho Motorsports. Curtis Lilly in the 14, moved from the 32 to the 14 this season. Time, so decent.
It was actually really good. Yeah. Seems
So
like the car's got a good amount of grip in it, and from up here that looked like a really good run.
All right, bit of input from the pits. Weston Floyd has pulled out of this qualifying pass, so he has a score, and he will go straight into battles. And Tyler West has also advised out of his second qualifying pass.
Okay.
So Tyler West and Weston Floyd pulling. That's what I was trying to clarify because they were saying Tyler and Weston.
Yeah.
Tyler, it is very confusing. Anyway, go Corbin, you're an awesome driver. Go Matt Kemp. Sean Jury, of course, burnout driver. Perhaps you could teach him how to give it a few more kicks on the burnout pad, maybe. Maybe that might be a way to do it. Or you could come and give it a go, maybe. Yeah? Could we tempt you, Sean? Could we tempt you? I know you've got all that money from that burnout competition. So again, thank you for tuning in on the live stream. This is the MSC Challenge round number 2, coming to you from the Meremere Drift Park, brought to you by the Drift Academy International in association with Texband Motorsport. My name is Warren, they call me the Grumpy Ninja. With me on commentary as well is Taylor James, current 2NZ, sharing his wisdom kindly loaned to us by Link Whitted. He's here as part of his pit crew. Now I feel like this can't be easy, right? Say 210 odd horsepower, big long car.
Yeah, it's an old school Supra, that chassis. But
what do you do with it? Just give it heaps of kicks or heaps of handbrake, or just foot
flat?
flat?
For the best. Don't know what motor's in that. Sounds like maybe a 1U set or something by the sounds of that. But
yeah, well, is it 1U? He told me he added an extra sticker and it gave him an extra 3 horsepower.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I think that's the big NZFC one.
Yeah.
That wind is not our friend, is it? It's going to send that flying at some points. See if we can do it that way. So we are running a bit of an Ask Me Anything with Taylor at the moment. while he is here, your chance to ask a current D1 NZ Pro any question you want, and he can answer it relatively truthfully, because this is not a broadcast, it's on Sky TV. Actually, how's that been for you guys? I mean, learning to be kind of on live TV and stuff, because quite a few of you are prone to dropping the old F-bomb or saying something in the heat of battle. Have you guys had to learn that? Have you had a bit of coaching? Or?
No, it is hard. It made me a lot, really awkward at the start. Like, it's just, in the back of my head, a lot of people are watching it and all that, but no, it's got to a point now where it's cool. Just sort of talk away and try not to drop any F-bombs or anything.
Alright, Sean Jury reckons he could do this, but only in his stock car. So I reckon that'd be. I'm a huge fan of Speedway. I love this sort of stuff. Matt Kemp, another with the. I think somebody told me it's a truck motor or something in this BMW. But again, it does. And you mentioned it earlier. They're fun, easy little chassis to throw around.
Yeah, mine's a sedan, so I guess it is a little bit longer, but I think that's an E46. But definitely doing the damage.
I sometimes describe Matt, when Matt's driving, he sort of drives a bit like a little chihuahua. He's one of those people that just barks at you, and he's always just on your door. He's right there. He's another great chase driver. There's actually quite a lot of really good chase drivers come out of Drift Academy, we find. It's so comfortable here.
Yeah, this track too this track's awesome for chasing. Like, there's a lot of opportunities to sort of cut the line a little bit and get back onto the lead car. So that would definitely teach you a lot of things for going to the bigger tracks.
How do you reckon you learn best? So when you were coming through, did you learn best by going to the track and sort of throwing yourself into battle straight away, or did you want to do a whole lot of laps first to get comfortable?
Yeah, like I would do a lot of laps first and get comfortable, but you also just don't want to be out there doing lead run after lead run. So throw yourself in the deep end and have a go at chasing. Sort of, I guess, leave a bit of a gap at the start and just sort of work it out from there, and then work your way closer and closer.
Okay, so a few more scores coming through. Hayden Story 33.5, Weston Floyd is out, Isaac Aldridge 67.5, Curtis Lilly 80.5, and Ryan Murdoch 65. So Curtis Lilly with an 80.5 puts himself. He's happy. Look at that. We'll get you a little shot in a moment. Wait for the cameraman, because there's a lot of fans tuned in on the live stream for you. Yun Lu. Now, Yun's a great example of someone out there just giving it a go. Hasn't done competition before, does a bit of circuit racing, just trying to find her way in competition.
Throw yourself in the deep end, and it's only going to make you a better driver at the end of the day.
Alright, Nate, can we get that shot now? Are we on replay at the moment? We're just on a replay. Curtis is pumped. He got the 80.5. That's a big old grin, isn't it? And a big old dirty moustache on that face right there. Just give me that shot there, Nate. Give me that shot. Oh, camera's fallen over. Oh, good. Hang on, we've got a camera that's fallen over. Technical issues. Hey, Ray, can you pick up that camera? Further along. I'm sorry, Ray, that's a lot of cardio carrying that much camera gear. Those cameras aren't light either, are they? They're big old heavy things. Got a couple of them on. 10 kgs each. Hey buddy, how are you? I think you're about 4 or 5. You're about 4 or 5 at the moment. Can you get that for me, Nate? Can you get Curtis? He's just waving to his fans. Give me a little wave, buddy. He's pumped on the 80.5. If you're a Curtis Lilly fan and you're on the live stream, give me a heart right now. There he is. He's on the screen. He's pumped up. He's got I think he's groomed that moustache this morning. Do you reckon, Tate? Do you spend a bit of time?
Definitely put a conditioner in it for sure.
Conditioner, you reckon? It's diff oil usually, isn't it? Put a diff oil or something all over the face. It'd be pretty unusual for you guys not to be working on cars until right before the event, right? That's usually how you go.
Might try and get it all ready to go ahead of time, but our cars have had a bit of a delay in shipping, and literally about to leave soon to go and pick it up.
I know you told me that too, because you struggled, because you're a guy who's hands-on and you want to do everything, and you really struggled with adjusting to just being a driver, trusting someone else.
It's good just to be able to chill out a bit and not have to worry about doing all the cars.
Oh, a lot of love, mate. Hey, so this is Matt King this time. King Brothers Drift. A couple of brothers who self-built cars. They run a small business down there. Pretty passionate team. Shane King, of course, massive result last time out, was number 2 qualifier, I think it was. Curtis, I said, give us a love heart if you're a Curtis Lilly fan. You just flooded the whole live stream. I love it. Look at Isaac. Isn't Isaac's just slick though? He's got the glasses on, he's got the hat. Actually, you do that too, don't you? You carry the hat in the car.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
There's a few of you that do it, but you're not follically impaired like some of the others that do it. It's just a personal thing for you, yeah? You happen to like wearing the sponsors hat and stuff.
Just seat. Yep.
All right, Dunlop. Apparently you got a full send it. A lot of fans tuned in. Project Dunlop. 2 lots of brothers, King brothers and Cantor's brothers as well. Appreciate that. Hello, Terry Mead. You got this, Drift Jesus. Go Matt, Mean Curtis. So, again, thank you for being part of the co-commentary with Taylor and I. I think I need to rethink my future haircuts. I'm joking about follically impaired and I don't have much left on top. It's quite cold up here at the moment. I went to the barber and I said, cut out all the grey hair, and that's what happened. That's all that's left. So I think Hayden's story's been, right? So most of these guys have been through, so...
There might be just Luke left, is it?
Laptops are trying to take off. So Ryan Murdoch was a 65 and Matt Kemp 72. Well, we told him to send it, and he did. Well, that's taking send it quite literally, isn't it? Give it a big old slap, repaint that bumper later.
Also an aggressive driver. Seems like he's got a decent setup going this year. He's on a pretty good lap here so far.
Well, that was sent.
Yeah, well and truly.
I think you want that Rick. He's just last time we were here, he wanted the Rick and Morty bumper. That was a suggestion, as we do the Rick and Morty bumper. You sent it, Dunlop. You sent it. Oh, he's not happy. So that again, this is what we talked about before. He knows, right? He knows that was like too far.
Touching the wall there didn't look too bad, but just before the last, as the zone finished around the last corner, he.
All right, let's go, brother Luke. Let's go. I reckon he runs Dunlops. Let's go Dunlop. So making our way through qualifying pretty rapidly. Tyler. Now, if you missed it earlier, Tyler West has advised out of his second. Now I can see that car is up on axle stands. So Tyler West's car is up on axle stands at the moment. So that's going to be a significant repair, obviously, going on over there. Luke Dunlop 79. Luke Dunlop 79. That's not bad considering it was almost too much, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was over in the corner. He definitely dropped the wheel quite bad, but that would have affected the score.
This laptop that we're watching on is going to take flight, I reckon, in a minute. Jacob says, lucky I cable-tied Squirtle to Dunlop's car this time. No half serves from Saul. Alright, so up on screen now is Give the Gift of Drift for Christmas. Sky Zhao and the team have opportunities available. If you want to be the next Taylor James, come on down, jump in a car. It costs about $500 for a half day, $1,000. That is cheaper than you can do it yourself. They provide the car, they provide the race suits, helmets, absolutely everything. You would have started off doing the same thing, learning figure eights, learning donuts in the car park, and just starting to piece it all together. So. Yeah,
we didn't have this track. Well, this track wasn't here back then, but yeah, definitely a perfect place to be learning.
Actually, I'm going to throw something in because this comes up every time we do this, right? What do you reckon? Top 8 in New Zealand at the moment, 235 wide tyres, maximum 300 kilowatts and beaters. Let you guys go at it here. Yeah, 8 of you. What do you reckon?
Yeah, be some cool battles.
Yeah. Who would you call out first? Darren.
Yeah, Darren.
Surely Darren.
Yep. All
right, Jason Wu. One to watch. Number 1 qualifier at the last round. I've actually seen a lot of Jason's driving. I actually feel like he's almost dialed it back a notch.
Yeah, he's definitely an aggressive driver. Even in D1, he he's definitely pulled off some good runs, but yeah, he was definitely doing a good run here.
He's usually a bit of he's a full send kind of red mist driver, out on the
that
wall.
was a very smooth run. It'd be a decent score, I'd say.
I think some of these drivers probably have started looking at it thinking, well, the only way I'm going to Japan getting that license is if I actually win the thing, and I can't do that. I keep bruising the car and bending it up, right? So there's an element of strategy, I think. Actually, you went through this last year, right? I know we're sort of talking about this a lot, but you got to the last round and you were still there with a shot at the title, right? And that strategy thing had to be playing in your mind in terms of, do I go for the round win or do I play for the long game?
Yeah, for sure. We had a few issues throughout the season which seen us out in the top 16, so straight away 2 rounds of that just hurts your points, and you're playing catch up all year. But we went into the last round with a shot at potentially taking the title, but second lap of practice my car dropped the valve and blew up, so we actually had to borrow Adam Davies' car. We would just sort of went out there with whatever happens, and there's a bit of luck thrown our way, and we ended up in the final.
Oh, look, some drift royalty. Good morning, Tony. Morning, Jet. Hi, Manga. How are you? Bringing lunch in. Hi, Jet. Yeah, we can see you. Hi. Got the feed, got the food. Very important, isn't it? Actually, that's part of it as well. That's probably part of a successful prep. Make sure you got food and water, that you don't come unprepared to the track, right?
Sure.
Or know who's bringing you what.
Yeah.
Jake Fastnage in the. This is a different looking machine for him. Unfortunately, lost an engine yesterday in practice, so he's borrowed a car from, I believe it is Blair Gilman, and he's out there just giving it a go, trying to keep his championship hunt alive. Is Jake Fastnage, and Jake's always got a lot of love on the live stream. I call them Team Fastnip. I gave him that name a couple of years ago, and he is one who definitely goes out and sends it each and every time. Very loud and proud family and team, and always a lot of love on the live stream for Jake Fastnage. There it is. Sean hello, Mr. Potros. Have you got any advice for Sean Potros? What would you say to Sean Potros, Tay? Anything?
Sure. Me and Sean and I are mates, and see him comments on live stream there, tuning in. Jordan's about to leave the line, which is his teammate, so he'll be full send as he always is.
Yeah, so there's always a bit of banter, isn't there, too, between the boys?
Yeah, for sure.
A bit of friendly backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
Probably nothing quite like getting a text from your mates as you're sitting on the line. The noise you can hear is the comp testing tune behind us, so it's always fun when you got a couple of 1,000 horsepower odd V8s screaming off the limiter and warming up tyres. We've got 3 cars to go, and then we'll be going to a break, and then we'll be back at around 1:30 for the top 32 battles. Clayton Daly, where's the Team RHP at? Sam West, you'll be online. Nicky's usually there somewhere as well, along with Kerry and a few others. Clayton Daly, another who will full send it. Here he comes, cranking the angle on. Now, I don't know what happened there. I felt like he was going to go really aggressive at that, then he just kind of got out of it.
Yeah.
I want to watch that. Have a look at that replay again.
But Clayton's a really, really good driver. For how long he's been driving, he does really well. And RHP team seem to always supply him with a decent car, that's for sure.
When you get to that point, do you kind of know if you've maybe just got it a little bit wrong and you've got to adjust? You do, don't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Driver of Clay's experience does, yeah.
You'll be watching the cone and where the clips are on the ground and where you've got to be, and you're going in a bit deep. You sort of try and make that correction to make it up.
Okay, so just going to see if I can. We'll just wait for Jake, Clay, and Jason going to come off the track. So good opportunity to read some scores. So Matt Kemp was 72, Matt King 64, Luke Dunlop 79, Jason Wu 88, Jake Fastnage 65, Tyler West did not take that run, and then we have Jordan Joyce. So I think that makes Jason Wu. So Jason Wu has gone to 1 again for the second round in a row, 88. So that's interesting. I've done this before. I thought he sort of backed out of it and it wasn't as aggressive as before, but maybe that was just would you read that as a smoother run maybe?
Yeah, for sure. More smooth and controlled, and a lot of the time that's what the judges are looking for, just fluid and aggressive, but sort of stay on your clips and keep a good line.
Now, Jordan Joyce is someone that you would battle against in pro, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Now that you've got a free shot and he's got his helmet on, he can't hear you, what would you say to Jordan while he's sitting there on the line? Would you wind him up?
Nah. He's definitely a driver that can definitely pull it out of the bag and do well, so he'll be full send in this
know if you heard me say before, but if he wins, he's giving away trips to an island of your choice. Yeah, North Island, South Island, or Stewart Island. Those are the only choices. There was no Fiji or Samoa or anything like that. So, hello to Chloe if you're tuned in at home. Natasha said, "Go hard, Clay." Sam West reckons that was a P1 for Clay. So I'll tell you in a moment.
Jordan's run there sticks up the judges, but from watching up here, that definitely, if it's not P1, it'll be bloody close to it. It was a smooth run, and from what I could see, it's on all his clips.
Yeah, definitely. So definitely a strategy the second time round. A lot of the guys seem to. That's just Jordan calmly driving off the track. So it definitely looked like the second time around, right? Pretty much everyone's second run, they went aimed for that faster run. They weren't looking as much for the wheel speed, the tyre smoke. That's seemed to be what maximised scores there.
Yep, and also if you can bank a decent run on the first one, then you can still send on the second one knowing that you're going to go through.
So Weston Floyd has come out. We were told he wasn't going to take his run, but Weston Floyd has come out to take his second run. Up the street, stock 32, send it, go JJ, nice clean run. Now, was Sam West right? You were almost right, Sam West. Clay goes to P2 with an 85. Clay to P2 with an 85. Jordan's score is still being locked in, I believe. Now, what do you reckon, Tay? Was Jordan's run good enough to go to the top of the tree? Do you think it might be?
I don't know the full judging criteria, but in my eyes, that'd be in the 90s.
I appreciate how you keep saying that. I don't know the criteria, but in my mind, it was 100 out of 100. Jordan Joyce 82. Jordan Joyce 82. Weston Floyd's on here. I think he's on for a decent score. I don't think he's going into the top 4, but I reckon he's on there for a high 70. I reckon. Just as a thought, it was a nice clean run, plenty of wheel speed. Kurt Blackie reckons that was P1 all day.
Yeah.
Well, Kurt Blackie should be at the gym doing legs, I reckon. But that's what I reckon. But anyway. Alright, so that is the conclusion of qualifying. Thank you to Taylor James for joining us. I will run you through the tree. So we're just taking a look at replays. Thank you so much, Taylor James 2NZ, for sharing a little bit of wisdom with us. So at the moment it does look like we have Jason Wu on 1 with an 88, followed by I believe Clayton Daly 85, and then we have an 84.5 for Tyler West. But I will just wait for those judges' scores to be locked in, and then I'll read the tree out for you. So thank you for playing along on the live stream. Appreciate Taylor James sharing his wisdom, and hopefully you learner drifters, Kurt Blackie, Sam West, Sean Potros, got something out of that. Let me know what you think about that 8-car cash battle too. I reckon that could be a flight. That could be a goer, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Who would you call out? Let us know who you want to call out. Do we? All right. So the boys are sorting at the moment, and is it official? Position 1 with a score of 88 is Jason Wu. Position 2, Clayton Daly. Position 3, Tyler West. Position 4, Jordan Joyce. Position 5, Blair Gilman. Position 6, Curtis Lilly. Position 7, coming through big, Weston Floyd. Position 8, Corbin Wilson. Position 9, Luke Dunlop. 10, Roan Allison. 11, Michael Tang. Justin Patterson is 12, 13 Matt Kemp, 14 Aidan Daly, 15 Jake Fastnage, 16 Matt Beard, 17 Isaac Aldridge, 18 Kevin Dodong, 19 Ryan Murdoch, 20 Matt King, 21 Tyler Knowles, 22 Trent Abina, 23 Rowan Knowles, 24 Roe Warner, 25 Atlan Norman, 26 Jared Weymouth, 27 Nathan Williams, 28 Yun Lu, 29 Hayden Story, 30 Lincoln Widdett, and the other two are not competing. So we are locked in. Jason Wu, Clayton Daly, you have a bye to the 16, and our battle tree will be published shortly.